Somebody from Las Vegas, I understand the hunger, the want, the need for this city to change or create or make these things happen. When it came to your characters, I guess, how did you see their drive and more importantly, the choices they made that kind of got them to where they were a little bit?
I think Vegas is such a fascinating, one-of-a-kind place, and I'm so big on backstory for the characters that I play, and I like to really figure out who they were when they were kids and what they dreamed of and how they ended up where they ended up in the film when we're meeting them. And Vegas is just a really fun, interesting place to dream about. I feel like it has so many stories, and the people have such interesting stories, the people that live there, the people that visit. I mean, it's a study in all sorts of different characters. Yeah. So to me, it was the perfect backdrop to zoom in on these people, because I think Vegas is sort of a character in and of itself. Yeah. So to then zoom in on these specific people and go into their sort of internal worlds, I think it personifies the place in a way that, sometimes it can be viewed as just like, oh, you go to Vegas for a night, for a bachelor party, for a bachelorette party, for like a show. But to actually play people who live there and are going through their own personal journeys felt really special, because that's also Vegas.
Yeah, because I think
not just a night of gambling.
Exactly.
There's a lot of people there too.
And I think that's what's so fascinating about Vegas. I love Vegas, and again, we go in for a weekend, and you see all the lights, the shows. You have dinner at Benihana, and then you go home. But the thing is, you forget that there are people that work there and live there and have to go grocery shopping. And so when I remember seeing this when my agent told me about the story. I was like, oh, Showgirls, and I was like, what is this going to be about? And then I realized that it wasn't what I expected at all. These were about the people. They were just about people. And because I think the thing about Vegas that people don't realize is that Vegas is more than just the Strip, and there's so much opportunity. Vegas represents opportunity. There's so many performers every single day from all over the world that somehow end up here in this small little couple mile strip. They're all here, and I've always I love Cirque shows, and I would go sit there and be like, how did everyone end up here? What is this life like? And being able to film this, we shot at the Rio. We were living at the Rio, and so it was really amazing to sort of get a kind of peek into that, where Kiernan would our rooms were down the hall from each other, so we would walk down to work together in our pajamas and sweats, and go down the bowels of the Rio, shoot down there until a certain time before the real performers actually had to take over. We took over their backstage sets, and it to give us that sort of glimpse of that life was really fascinating, because it's a hard life. It is a grind. These dancers, what they do to their bodies, emotionally, mentally, it's so much, and just sort of get a peek into that was really fascinating.
Very cool. Well, they tell me I have to wrap, unfortunately. It's all right. No worries. Well, I just, the one thing that's interested in me is I've been in some of those cattle calls when it comes to all the different casting calls and everything too. And another time I definitely want to ask you, one time someone tried to define you and you had that screw you moment in your mind, in your head, because I'm sure that happens a lot in your world as well too. So.
Sometimes I find I have it internally.
Yeah.
You have to, I think that's what Pam's amazing at, is she's really inspired me to reinvent and reinvent.
Yeah, and be unapologetically ourselves.
Yes, and I think it always starts from within. So sometimes I feel like I can stop myself from being myself. I'm my own Jason Schwartzman sometimes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
You are always welcome in Las Vegas. We'll have some fun out here too.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Joy, be good.
Thank you.